SEC championship is going to be a great one yet again in New Orleans. You look at the headlines from the week. Florida clinching the outright regular season title, and they'll look to capture their third consecutive SEC championship later this month. A new record for the Razorbacks, not only in beam but overall, and a couple of 10s from Kentucky. So a lot of teams in the SEC making some noise right towards the end of the year.
Yeah, it's still a fight for that evening session at SECs. Arkansas is fighting for it with Kentucky, with Mizzou, all of the teams, and it's a super competitive year. I'm really excited to see how it turns out, but that's why you have to make sure all these meets matter. They count. You can't give up anything.
Electrifying performance on the beam last week at Mizzou for the Razorbacks. That's where they'll be when we come back for rotation number 3, and OU will take the floor exercise and try to shine, as Coach Kindler put it. Back to Northwest Arkansas after this. After the first rotation, you look at what OU did on the bars, and they followed that up. 5 different 9-9s or better on the vault.
That's insane, and that just shows how much depth they have. It wasn't even their normal rotation and lineup that they have, and yeah, they're just insane.
So the season highs for these two teams, you look at Oklahoma all over the place. 5 of the top 7 overall scores this year in college gymnastics. LSU has put together some really nice meets as well, though, and they'll certainly be a threat to challenge Florida for the SEC title when that time comes. And Arkansas coming off of a program record last weekend as well. Now, it's fun to see this atmosphere inside of Bud Walton Arena. Normally, of course, gymnastics meets are in Barnhill Arena, which the fans always show up well, and a lot of energy there. But an NCAA regional is going to be here later this spring, and so this and also this coming Friday, a couple of nice previews to see what the crowd looks like inside of Bud Walton.
Yeah, it always makes me a little emotional seeing the crowd in Bud Walton. Throughout my career, we competed in Barnhill, and the fact that the sport and the love for it here at Arkansas has grown to this point where it fills up Bud Walton is incredible, and it's awesome to see these girls get the recognition that they deserve for hard work, and it's going to be really, really fun regional too.
Well, the program continues to reach new heights, and for Jordan Weber, seeing her team pick up different records, you look at kind of the season comparison last year in the SEC slate, and Arkansas already winning a program record number of meets in conference play. But those are some big-time differences in the results.
Yeah, she said, you know, they have a really, really strong culture this year, and they feel like everyone on the team is on board for what is important to this team. And that's clearly shown in these meets. They're not just going out there to get a score, they're going out there to win and get a score. So that is really awesome to see how adaptable this team is and how they've really, truly upgraded this year.
So their NQS coming in was a 197.335. National qualifying scores are basically compiled. You take your 6 best scores of the season, you throw out the top one, and 3 of those have to be meets on the road. And so for the Razorbacks, their lowest NQS score that's currently factoring in with those 6 is a 197.150. So still a couple of opportunities to best that and bring that NQS up a little bit higher.
Standing lay, that is so difficult. And Callista is such an amazing leadoff. She honestly, I think, could anchor for almost any other team in the nation. And she is Arkansas's leadoff on beam. Shows you the depth, but it also shows you the trust that Coach Weber has in Callista to be that really important lead, because she knows she's going to go up there and go 9-9 plus every single time. And she just looks like she has so much fun up there. That big smile, doesn't even act like she's on the beam right now.
Now the Honolulu native, the beam leadoff every meet the last 2 years, and even the majority of meets in her freshman year.
And every meet meet, she looks like she's getting more and more comfortable, having fun up there. It's really been fun to watch her grow in this event. And just the dismount left, round off 1.5. Small step. Won't be the 9925 that she got at Mizzou, but again, a very, very incredible lead off. That standing lay, she was a little off, you could tell, but she adjusted very quickly. It's hard to adjust on those 4 inches up there in a quick amount of time, but she did a great job. Good lead off to start the rotation.
Audrey Davis coming off a career high 9.95 last weekend.
Front handspring, front double full, dances right out of it. It's helpful to have a dance like that right out of it. It eliminates any possibility of a landing deduction. Not that she would have needed it, but that was very nicely done first pass. Another thing Coach Kindler talked about is having these girls have fun, have confidence, and shine and perform out there on the floor, because it's hard to perform in front of an away crowd, especially at a venue like this. So far, so good for Audrey. Round up 1.5, front full, very difficult. Again, dances out of it to eliminate that deduction. Very nicely done.
She's been 9.9 or better in 5 of the last 6 competitions.
And she loves being that leadoff position. KJ Kindler plays around with the lineups a little bit, but when she goes in the first in lineup, she loves to shine and really start a team off strong, and that was a really, really good way to do it right there. Here's that front handspring, front double full, E difficulty. Very, very nicely done. Dances right out of it, gives a little smirk to the judges. That's how you want to start a floor rotation.
Coming off that monster 9.925 at Mizzou.
Yeah, and it's going to be really important that she totally forgets about what happened on bars to go up here and hit a beam routine. Front aerial, back handspring, Very nicely done. You could tell a little bit that she was off in that second back handspring. Kind of looked like her arms might have given, but there will be no deduction taken. She covered it up. Very nice. And I love seeing her breathe out there. You can tell she's breathing through her mouth. Because it's hard. All you want to think about is, now I can't mess up again on another event. But she is having no problems up there right now. Split jump, double stag. Very nicely done. That might have been one of the best double stag jumps I've seen her do this season. Sometimes she has difficulty getting that full 180, but that looked like no problems today. Just the front full dismount. To a stick. Wow, what a way to rebound after bars. You could tell a sigh of relief there. Great job by Maddie Jones. Front aerial. You see right here, that left hand looked like it almost slipped on her second back handspring, but she didn't let it phase her. No wobbles, and holds that landing. She should be very proud of herself after that routine.
Nerves of steel. Jones, when she made her first ever appearance on beam, she won the event back in January with a 9.90. If you're on beam for the first time, you are probably just going out there and just trying to do something that doesn't draw too much attention to yourself.
Yes.
And she won the thing. That should be a testament to how calm, cool, and collected she is.
Front lay, front Rudy, 1.5. And I love watching her, but I love watching Coach Kindler on the side watching her. She just smiles the whole routine. You can tell Belle's out there having so much fun. And I always have to kind of laugh because her floor music is the intro for the Arkansas girls. So they're all over here, you can't see, dancing along to her floor routine. It's awesome. Second pass, round off by handspring, double tuck. Very nicely done. I think she kept it in bounds. She looked like she was a little close to being out of bounds, but she had a beautiful set on that double tuck. Really took it up. And she's definitely performing and shining out there like Coach Kindler once. Trying to play it up to the student section right there. Switch half full, nicely done. Very nice routine for Belle. We're gonna look right here. This round up double tuck. Looked like she might have been a little close to that line. I can't tell if she had her heel down. If she had her heel down, then that would be considered out of bounds. That would be a 1/10 deduction. But if she kept her heel up and her foot was just on the line, there'll be no deduction. I don't think I saw the judge raise their hand. Could be wrong. I didn't see it, so might not count. She might get lucky if that kept her out of bounds. I'm very interested in watching this routine from Callie. She's been in and out of beam lineup, really trying to work on that consistency. Cat leap, front aerial. Nicely done. You can see she was off a little bit there. That front foot looked like it didn't come all the way down. Didn't look like she's fully rotated, but she saved from having a massive bobble. Handspring layout step out, but no problems there. Didn't let that little bobble phase her.
Sophomore from Belmont, North Carolina. Last 4 times she's been in the lineup on beam. She's improved from the previous meet. Trying to do that again here.
Very nice leaps there. You can tell she's really zoned in on the beam right now. Just gonna give a little bit of a smile. You can tell she's trying to not look too serious up there. Just the dismount back handspring to 1.5. Very, very nice routine for Callie. Here's that series. Nice form throughout. Like I said, no issues there. And just the dismount. Let's see if she gets that stick round up or back handspring 1.5. Slight little bobble to the right. They will probably take a slight deduction there. But again, good routine to see her back in lineup and see that confidence build from her. And we get a Taylor Swift routine from Reagan Smith. A lot of people, I'm sure, out there are really excited for this one. Right, back handspring, double tuck, open double tuck. That is very difficult to do. She doesn't grab her legs.
Of all the perfect 10s she has, does not have one on floor. It's been oh so close. Career high of 9.975.
I don't know. 1.5 front leg, dances right out of it. And she has such pretty movement on the floor. She's definitely a shorter gymnast, but she really plays it off with the dance that you can't tell. She has very graceful lines, toe point throughout. I don't know if there's such thing as a shorter gymnast. She's a typical gymnast height. Switch side, waffle.
Steve from Louisville, Texas goes 5'1".
So we're the same height. So I guess she's not that short. Got a big handspring, double pike to end it. Nicely done. Doesn't move that front foot. No deduction there. And she gets bonus for having a double flip in her last pass. That was a great routine from Reagan. Like I said, doesn't move that foot at all. Really, really fun dance. Nicely done. Great routine from Reagan. She should be happy with that one. Beautiful. Cammie is such a stud on beam. Straddle, double stack, little off, covers it up. But when she's zoned in, she can go 995 easily. Aerial. Unfortunate big bobble there. Had to lift her leg, so that's going to be an extra deduction. Sometimes she gets ahead of herself. You can tell when she's really focused and calm on the beam, and right now she looks like she might be rushing it just a little bit.
You saw that score come across for Swaney of 9.875. That's a new season high.
Nice finish to the routine. You can tell she's very hard on herself. That side aerial has caused her a little bit of issue throughout this year. It is a new skill in her beam routine. So once she really figures that out mentally, she'll score huge on beam. You see right there, she just rushes it. I feel like she gets ahead of herself, like I said, and she just needs to calm down. She's so capable on beam.
OU coach KJ Kindler said she was looking forward to seeing her team shine in front of this big audience and this big atmosphere, so they were kind of embracing this rowdy atmosphere.
Yeah, she said Kat is a sleeper on her team. This is her first year doing all around, and she has been such a stud for them. Round up back handspring, full in. Very nicely done. She's very different music. I like it. It's a change up from, you know, the fast speed motion. She really plays into every single beat of this routine. Switch side. Straddle half Shushanova. Unique leap. And my favorite part about Flora in general in college is watching the teammates do it alongside her on the side. Round off 1.5, front half to straddle jump, takes that straddle jump right up. Very nicely done. Great routine from Kat. Very unique, very different. I like the change up, like I said, of the music. This is her full in. She might have been a little crunchy. And when I mean crunchy, that her arms are a little bit in that back handspring. But she looked like no problem. And then that last pass, so nicely done. Haley Klein, it's hard for me to even want to commentate. I love this beam routine. Aerial, layout, step out. Very good save. She was way off on that aerial going into layout. Had the slight bobble, but that could have been right off the beam. Switch leap, split jump. That flight series, that layout, or that aerial layout, is so much bonus that she has a really, really quick routine. She really only has to do that, her leap, a turn, and then get off the beam, which some people like, and I know Haley for a fact said, I just want to get up there and get off the beam. But she does it so nicely.
Well, she came off with a career high 9.925 last weekend.
On a 1.5, small little hop. Again, she breathed a sigh of relief a little bit, because you could tell that aerial, from this angle, she might not, you could tell she had that bobble, but from the back angle, she was really crooked, so to be able to bring that back as a freshman is impressive. She's a gamer, and you can clearly see that. She's happy with that routine.
Faith Torres on floor. It's been total consistency for one of the top 10 in the nation on this event. 7 straight meets with a 9.9 or better.
And I love watching Faith tumble. Out of the handspring, double layout. Huge. Faith did elite for a little bit prior to coming to OU, and she was on those national stages, and her tumbling was just something everyone always looked forward to. And she's really brought it to college. It's so fun for her to really come to college. It's much different than elite, and hit those routines and be so consistent only as a sophomore for Oklahoma. You can tell she's breathing throughout. Tertiary, half to wolf full, hits that full 180. Just that last pass, front through to double tack. Nice job. Great routine from Faith. That first pass, that rounded back handspring, double layout, just huge, no problem though. And then that front through to double tuck, very difficult combination pass. I would like to see her toes point a little bit more throughout, but I'm being picky. She should be happy with that. Very nicely done. Handspring, layout, triple series. Very difficult to do. She had a 9.9 last week, so she finally hit a routine that she felt she was capable of. She is an All-American on beam. Switch leap, split jump. She almost laughed at herself there. You can tell she's a little off, but didn't let it get to her.
And Jordan Weaver was singing her praises, saying she's really been stepping up.
And they incorporated a little hawk call into her beam routine. I love it. Round off 1.5, small hop. That was another really, really good routine from Serena. It's been nice to watch her improve week after week here. She started off, I believe, with the fall here. So see her go throughout the season and just improve. Really danced off what could have been a big bobble. And then that round off 1.5, just the smallest hop. But that was a great routine.
Bowers has turned in a 10 before on the floor, coming off a 9.95 last weekend in that quad down at Denton, Texas. She'll be competing for a national championship on floor at the end of the year.
And she was the national floor runner-up last year, so like you said, she's capable of a 10 here. This is gonna be a treat for everyone. For handspring, front double full, front tuck. Very difficult combination. And I love watching her intensity on the floor. A little bit more serious than you're used to in a college routine. Sure reminds me a lot of a couple different former Oklahoma. Jade Lindsay is one that comes straight to mind when it comes to her dance. Rounded back handspring, double pike. You tell she had her chest down, maybe a slight, but she was able to really get it up, work out a bit. But it was huge. Switch leap, switch half, full. Beautiful leap combination. Wow. That was a stunning routine for Jordan. For handspring, front double full, front tuck. That is a very difficult combo pass. And then here's that double pike. Skyrockets it. You can tell her chest was down just a little bit. I don't think the judges will take it. I'm being very picky, but her form throughout was beautiful.
Will end up as another big score for OU on that event.
And Scylla has gone 9.975 on this event, so as a freshman, I'm excited to see this improve over the next 3 years. Handspring, lay. Very done. No issues there. But she can't get ahead of herself. She needs to stay dialed in. And if you hear the yelling, Jordan Bowers just went 10 on floor, so they didn't take what I thought they might. That was a beautiful routine for Jordan, and what a way to cap it off for Oklahoma. And Scylla, as a freshman, doing such a good job at staying focused with the screams. Like you said, they're really going to have to prepare for that in postseason. It's going to be very loud, so as a freshman, she's not used to it, and she's doing a great job right now. Just the dismount. Aerial, back 1.5. Small step. Great job.
Arkansas is going to round out beam, finishing with a score higher than their NQS average coming in. At this point in the year, is that really what you're looking to do, is say, you know, you don't have to go out and break a record every time, but let's continue to try to finish above the NQS?
Yeah, you want to keep getting scores that are going to help increase your NQS more and more. You don't want to finish anything below. You want to be able to drop all of those high, low scores and just keep building so that you can keep going up in rankings.
A 10 for Bowers, her first 10 of the year, but not of her career on floor.
Out of the handspring, double tack. Very, very nicely done for Hannah. Another very intense routine. Oklahoma has some really, really intense floor music and routines this year. They're always known for their unique choreography. Great job for Hannah. See that first pass. Rudy to back leg out, step out. And then that double tack. Very nicely done, trying to keep that front foot down, but that's a great exhibition routine to have in the lineup.
Let's check in with Emerson Burris, who's with Arkansas head coach Jordan Weber.
Coach, last week at Mizzou, you said you really wanted to work on the confidence of the team. Where are you seeing that tonight?
I mean, we're seeing it in a lot of places. We're not trusting a few of the skills. Want to see a little more settled in, especially on this last event, but floor is what we do best, so I'm excited for the last rotation.
Tonight is the women's empowerment meet. What does it mean to have a platform like yours on a night like tonight?
I mean, it means everything. I have the best job in the world, and the ability to not only empower these student athletes, but to allow them the platform to empower all the little girls sitting in the audience tonight and watching on TV. It's truly an honor.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Guys.
Thanks, Emerson. We close out rotation 3 with a perfect 10 from Jordan Bowers. First of the year. She'll be competing and looking for a national title.